Hey guys, it's Nanas here with another Wargame Red Dragon video, and today I'll be showing you guys my deck setup for for the main decks that I play. As you guys might have seen in my previous video commentaries, that I play mainly as the Pact, but I also have a NATO deck that I love. But today I'm just gonna show you guys my very first deck that I created and updated over the days that I've played this game. It's my Agents OP deck. It's actually a Red Dragon Airborne deck, and I will talk you guys through what what's going on with my deck and why I picked the units that you guys see. So basically, for my logistics department, pretty standard forward operating base, FOB. And then I have a command heli, which is a M12D. It's a very small size, so pretty hard to spot. Unlike the other kinds of command units, command vehicles, which are medium and up normally, unless there are those trucks. But yep, this is a command heli. Travels pretty fast, pretty useful since I'm in airborne deck. I have an MI6 cargo. This is a big cargo logistics chopper. Holds 3,700 liters of supply. I also have a smaller MI4 cargo, which holds 1,000 liters. Costs 30, pretty cheap. Goes on the battlefield and resupplies my troops pretty fast as well. And last but not least, I have a command infantry over here. These guys are pretty standard command infantry, but they come in a helo instead of a vehicle. Alright, so pretty standard. The helo comes with command infantry. The helo comes with pretty standard rocket pods, so not much to say there. Alright, next I have my infantry, which is the bulk of my army and the main force that I use primarily for this deck. So for the very first one, I have 3 cards of commando units. Because I rely heavily on my infantry to win the fight, I really need elite infantry. So the first one is the York John Day. They all come in transport helis, by the way, since I'm in an airborne deck. So these guys come in MI8s, pretty decent speed, 250 km per hour, and they have a setup of 10 men, and they have a AKS submachine gun. They have heat rockets for anti-armor, and then they have a machine gun for close quarters. Pretty standard commando unit, good all-rounder unit. And then I have these DGen 90s, one of the top best, one of the top 3 commando units in the game. It's the DGen 90s. They have submachine guns, and they also have the napalm launchers over here. Rocket launcher with napalm shots, really good in clearing buildings as well as taking out enemy infantry really fast. Not so good in against armor though, because they don't have any AP values on them, but really good infantry killer. And then they also have a machine gun. So I have 2 stacks of these, and these comes in a really good chopper, which I really like. They come in the medium-sized ZEC 9As, really fast as well. One of the fastest chopper for Red Dragons, I believe. Transport choppers, 300 km per hour, and they also come armed with a 23mm cannon, which is really good because they can support my troops, maybe against some light armored vehicles with the auto cannons. Alright, so after that comes my normal infantry, the Combo Yong. These guys are just normal light infantry. They come with rockets as well. MI8s with rocket pods, pretty standard. I have 1 unit of Manpad anti-air missile, anti-air shoulder launched missile. I'll show you guys in a bit. These guys, they come in 2 men of 2, but then they have 6 infrared missiles, which is pretty good. Accuracy of 55%, and then they also are transported in the MI8 transport with rocket pods. So most of the transports for Red Dragons at least for the airborne specific deck for Red Dragons, is they come with MI8 with the rocket pods, and I have one unit of Faggot ATGM, pretty standard just in case I need them. I can deploy them if I have to. And then we have these guys. These guys are really good at medium range, kind of short to medium range anti-armor troops. They are really cheap as well. They carry the heat rockets with a 16 AP. That's really high. They do pretty okay against enemy infantry as well with assault rifles. Once again, they come in the MI8 transport with the rocket pod. So this is my overview for my infantry part of this deck. Really heavy infantry based deck. Now going on to the support units. I don't have much to choose from, as you guys can see over here. HQ7s are my longest range anti-air missiles that I have. I don't even have anti-air guns, but these guys are actually pretty good, pretty long range, and they are fire and forget. They can move while they fire, pretty good. And then my Strelas as well, they can move while they fire. These are the shorter range ones, so I have two cards of both each. Because I don't have any anti-air guns, I have to rely on my missiles and my manpads. And then I have a rocket artillery which fires napalm rockets. Pretty useful to clear out a section of the map where there are a lot of buildings and where the enemy is. Alright. As an airborne deck, I don't have any tanks for Red Dragons, so it's pretty sad. Recon units, pretty standard. I have a heady recon. Exceptional optics, really good. Recon Commando, I have two of them. One is the Chinese one is the North Korean one. These guys have sniper rifles as well. Pretty good for taking out command vehicles, which are light command vehicles. These guys are the more normal infantry base. These guys are just two-man squads, really hard to spot. So these are two of my recon infantry, and then I have a recon vehicle just in case I don't have any more recon infantry. I rarely use the recon vehicles because they're pretty big, pretty easy to spot. Next, my vehicles, for the airborne Red Dragons deck, you can only get ATGM vehicles. I have two of them. One is the Maliutka. They have 18 ATGM missiles, pretty good accuracy, 40%. And then the other one is the BJ212. Higher range but lesser missiles. Accuracy is the same as well. So yep, pretty standard. For my choppers, I have ATGM chopper, just in case I need to use them. 2.8 km range, pretty high. MI8 gunship, which is low points gunship that I use if I wanna like suicide my headies to find out where some of my opponent's position of their units are. And then I have this ZEC-9A, really good anti-air missile helicopter with 8 fire and forget missiles. Pretty good accuracy, and you can fire on the move as well. So pretty good unit. And then I have this gunship Mi-25. These are the better gunships that are available to me. The best gunships, at least for airborne specific deck. So for my air unit, F5, these guys are the bread and butter actually for all Red Dragons deck. Napalm bombs, 2 of them, 2 times 500 kg napalm bombs to clear out enemy infantry. J7, these are multi-purpose jet, but it has 2 500 kg AOE bombs, pretty useful as well. And I have the Su-27-5 as superiority fighter. I rarely use these kind of expensive planes because I play Conquest mostly, and the points can be used somewhere better sometimes. But sometimes when I have extra points I do use them. But normally I just use these really cheap jets. They cost 50 points and I have 5 of them. Early in the game I'll bring a couple just in case I face an enemy airborne deck. Because as an airborne deck myself, I wanna get into the front lines faster than my opponents. I don't want them to get there faster than me, or else I'll be kinda screwed. And that's why I have these really cheap jets to take out any transport helis that come in my way. And yeah, these guys are actually pretty good. 2 missiles, Gatling gun, pretty alright. And then I have the Su-25K, the Red Dragon Heavy Bomber. These guys are really awesome. They carry 8 500 kg bombs. Pretty damn good. And then I have this MiG-21s with the Sacros missiles. This is actually a new unit I put into my jet roster because I want to try out the ATGMs for the jets. There are 4 of them, so interesting to see how they go, because the A10s of the NATO US deck is really powerful, so I want to see if I can use that to the same effect. So basically this is my airborne deck. The main bulk of the army, the deck being the infantry units. For the navy component, pretty standard. Muna supply ship Chantal. It's like a Riverine. Pretty good unit with a heat gun, recoilless rifle, and naval cannon. And then a MiG for anti-ship missiles, Schmel for the rocket launchers, as well as the heat cannons and the AA cannon, and then a Taranto for anti-ship duties. So yeah, this is the conclusion for my Red Dragon Airborne deck. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. If you guys like the video, please hit on the like button. And if you guys like my channel, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm nearing my 800 subscriber goal for this month, so that'll be pretty awesome if I hit that this month. And yeah, I'll be making more wargame videos in the next few days, so yeah, until then, take care guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon.